What if Deku was a pony? So I'm gonna say that he is, well, basically born to Applejack and Waymond as he would basically look like this. And the people of, Equestria would think this is weird, and they would send like death threats to the family. And Twilight would do everything in her power to try to stop it, but it wouldn't work. And it would have gotten so bad that Applejack couldn't focus and do her, job. So they would have sent him to another universe, basically. And that universe is the My Hero universe. And Twilight says you guys can visit him when things die down. And Applejack and Wimmerdash would say, okay, Twilight. So yeah. So Deku is basically now in the My Hero universe, basically. And he would meet his human self. Yes, Deku would meet his human counterpart. And Deku would say, a pony? What's, no, he would say a horse. What's a horse doing here inside of a box? And then Pony Deku would say, hey, I'm not a pony. No, he would say, I'm not a horse, I'm a pony. As I have wings, obviously, and a horn. And Deku would say, human Deku would say, okay, this is weird. And then Pony Deku would agree, and he would say, where am I? And then human Deku would say, you're in Tokyo, Japan. And then Pony Deku would say, okay. So now what? And then Deku says, now what? Is I try to call animal control to get a talking horse who has wings and a horn, which shouldn't be possible, but okay. And then Pony Deku would say, hey, I'm a pony, not a horse, jackass, get it right. And then Human Deku would say, for fuck's sake, fine, pony. Happy now? And then Deku would say, yes. So now what? And the human Deku would say, well, now you can live with me until we find your parents. And then Deku would say, okay. And yeah. And I'm gonna leave it off here. Goodbye, guys.